Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and YouTubers keep getting hacked. Now last night, or actually tonight really, ScareTheater, a good friend of ours, a good friend of the channel, somebody who's involved in that horror side of the YouTube community, actually was somebody that was involved with a little bit of a hack. Now ladies and gentlemen, YouTubers getting hacked is not anything new. It's been going on for a while. Hell, last year alone we already had YouTube's like little bot problem. We looked into the world of third-party, account sellers and whatnot. But when it comes to accounts being hacked all the time on YouTube, there's always one culprit related to it. Do you ever notice how some of your favorite channels sometimes, overnight, can change into a cryptocurrency live streaming channel? Typically, these accounts will oftentimes have Bill Gates predicts Bitcoin will fly, Elon Musk says it'll go to the moon. A lot of those channels exist. They probably have like 30 people watching their live streams, but in cryptocurrency scammer terms, any publicity is good publicity, even if everyone lambasts you on social media. As long as one person falls into their scam, it's pretty much a success at this point. Now, YouTubers constantly keep getting hacked. Now, of course, if you looked at it yesterday, you could actually see that ScareTheater's channel was MicroStrategy ENG. ENG for the old English. 969,000 subscribers. Now, of course, the first video you saw was Bitcoin Crash. Michael Saylor reveals a crazy secret about the Bitcoin price. 21 people are watching. Let me tell you, on a channel of 969,000 people, I don't know why these scammers, these scumbag, cum-stain pieces of shit hack channels that are completely different, okay? If you're gonna, logic would dictate, if you hack a fucking channel, hack a channel that probably has something to do with finances, okay? Rather than a channel that has something to do with horror. I mean, this is like hacking a fucking paper airplane channel and expecting that, yeah, my crypto scam is just gonna fly right there on it. Now, MicroStrategy is a business intelligence company, okay? Anybody that wants to know what they're about, they basically help you figure out data for running businesses, investments, whatever you want to talk about it, okay? Look at how many people use it. Visa, Porsche, Standard Chartered, Pfizer. Yeah, there's a lot of big partners on that one. They even have their own YouTube channel right here. Intelligence everywhere. Bitcoin is digital energy. And to nobody's shock, the actual company is not behind this YouTube hack. A lot of hackers will use these companies because of their proximity to cryptocurrencies and use their names. But the actual company is not behind it. I feel like that one should be a dead giveaway, right? Neither the CEO or the company is on it. Anyways, back to the video. Michael Saylor is one of the largest owners of Bitcoin. This is actually his Twitter account. Yes, this is a verified account. No, this is not a meme. I'm not joking with you. You do not live in the Twilight Zone. This is a pretty massively followed account, okay? This is somebody in the world of finances, a CEO, that's massively into Bitcoin. I think at one point he owned like $6 billion worth of Bitcoin. That's suddenly worth 2.8 billion because the whole market crashed, but that's a whole different video right there. See, anytime cryptocurrency is involved, a lot of times these channels will get hacked, and they're basically hacked by people all over from the world just to push more cryptocurrency, or I guess in some capacity promote it. It's not even like they were pushing a original coin. It was literally just trying to push this company. And honestly, if I was MicroStrategy, I would fucking go ham. I mean, go ham on denouncing and just destroying it. But this happens on such a basis every day that even if you go months back, all right, all the way back to like 2021 even, you'll find out these type of MicroStrategy like live scams were existing for a long time. And it's not just MicroStrategy. Like I said earlier, it could be Bill Gates, it could be Elon, it could be any other crypto company out there. Look at that right there. All you have to do is do that. Look at that. Tesla, Bitcoin, and Ethereum merge incoming. 6.3 thousand people are watching. Just open it for a second. That's all it is. What's funny is even if you compare it to like the exact like scams that were caught early on with MicroStrategy, like this one, you'll actually see that even the UI on this is the exact same. This is run by TeslaDoge.pro. Let me open up a quick little virtual machine and we'll go to that website right there. TeslaDoge.pro. We're using Internet Explorer, which is already dead, by the way. Oh, hell yeah, we're connecting to the website. I would not trust websites like this. Never actually open them on your actual operating system. Always use a website like browserling.com, which is a sandboxed, virtualized machine that actually has its own browser. As you can see, the page is not actually loading. Now, I talked to ScareTheater about this entire situation, and I asked him a few security questions as to how this could have happened. I asked him if he had two-factor authentication, which he claimed to do. He had two-factor authentication. So did you? So you had no clue that you didn't even tell you the. So you had two-factor everything, right? Like two-factor.
Yeah. So you would think that on my phone I would get like one of those texts with the code or something, but I didn't get any of that.
What kind of two-factor do you have? Do you have the SMS-based one, or do you have a like Google Authenticator app?
So mine is like the I think it's the Google Authenticator app one, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Google Authenticator app where like I literally have to go in and like check the code against whatever's on the computer.
Okay, because if it's the text message based one, that can be a little risky. That's usually like your phone number was like SIM jacked or something, and then they were able to get the text on their end. I also asked him if, for instance, he may have downloaded shady software. And he did in fact download some shady software, to which after a few hours of downloading said shady software and running it, his account had actually been hacked. Now, honestly, I wanted to make this video just to really educate you on how to not have this happen to you. I've seen this happen time and time again, and the reality of it is that what we're actually seeing is a various combination of actual hacks that are happening. Now, for instance, this could be something known as cred stuffing. Basically, credential stuffing is when you find a hacked repository of usernames and passwords on another hack. Like, for instance, let's say that you had like a Furcadia account or like Daily Motion or, DeviantArt or something, right? And they ended up getting hacked and their passwords and usernames were leaked out. Now, let's say that you use that exact same username or email on your YouTube or Google account, and you shared the password. You didn't have different passwords, you just had them all the same. Somebody could take those credentials from one hack and apply them to your Google account and possibly enter that way. Now, in this case, ScareTheater didn't actually do that. In fact, he actually had a very specific password just for this account that wasn't shared anywhere. In fact, if anything, this password was stored in a text file on their computer. So we're going to rule out credential stuffing. Now, really what happens over here is something that's also known as, cookie stealing or the pass the cookie attack. Now, Google's threat analysis group, TAG, actually talked about this last year, October. Phishing campaign targets YouTube creators with cookie theft malware. So Google's threat analysis group tracked actors involved in disinformation campaigns, government-backed hacking, and financially motivated abuse, cryptocurrency stuff. So sometimes you can have socially engineered attacks where they could be given advertisement deals. So for instance, if you get like a weird sponsor message, you have to really confirm if that sponsor message you got that wants to sponsor your channel isn't a shady person trying to get access to your channel in some capacity. Typically, a lot of YouTubers will get hit with fake business offers, fake sponsors. And for some YouTubers who make really long-form content and rely on sponsors, they are the most susceptible to attacks like this. What really is important here is talking about cookie theft malware. So in a lot of cases, there's actually software that exists where you take browser cookies from the victim's machine, all right, and then you upload them to the actor's command and control server. So basically, they'll send you shady software, you run the software, and your cookies get stolen. Now, unfortunately, what happens when a cookie gets stolen is something known as a session hijack, where basically they get access to your account using the cookies that they just stole off of your browser. And so what will actually happen is they're able to get into your browser session using those hijacked cookies. This isn't a new attack. It's been here for decades, since the dawn of web access, to be honest. And unfortunately, because of how it's researched, it has become one of the highest security risks possible, to the point where any aspect of multi-factor authentication is something you absolutely need. For instance, with our YouTube channel over here, Some Ordinary Gamers, we have to go through so many different forms of not just two-factor authentication, but constantly relying on security keys that we make just to access the accounts over here. Because obviously this channel is large, I don't want it to get hacked, so I'm going to use every avenue of security possible to help secure this account. Now, I take my account security incredibly seriously, and I'm sure plenty of other YouTubers do. But mistakes constantly do get made. So you have to really watch out for that kind of stuff. And this isn't the first time, any YouTuber's been hacked by this specific brand of hack too. Literally a couple months ago, a YouTuber by the name of Nathaniel Bandy was actually hacked by MicroStrategies, like these people impersonating MicroStrategy in general. Now, I want to reiterate for a second, MicroStrategy is not behind this. I don't believe the CEO of that company or the company itself is behind any of this. Unfortunately, with their prominence in the crypto sphere, they're the ones that are typically, used as sort of the front runners, sort of like the showcase pieces for any form of crypto live stream scam that exists on YouTube. Just like Elon Musk is used because of his proximity to how much he talks about Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or whatever. So anyways, how do you stop this situation? How do you stop any of this from happening? And to be real with you, it's where you need to put in the extra effort to make sure your account and your browsing, patterns are reasonably as secure as they can be. For instance, every time you do access anything on your YouTube account, make sure that you try accessing it within a browser sandbox, something like Sandboxy. Or better yet, download VMware, VirtualBox, create a quick little Windows virtual machine in it, and just strictly use YouTube and a lot of your important services through that. Because let's say you do happen to launch cookie malware on your computer, anybody's susceptible. I could launch malware by mistake, and I'm always paranoid as hell regarding this kind of stuff. Because you'll be using YouTube within a virtualized container or a sandbox, those cookies will typically be far away from access by any of this malware that exists. Because here's how this malware works. Once you get hacked, your accounts are being sold on like the dark web or hacker forums all over the internet for a couple bucks to thousands of dollars at times, depending on how large your channel is. And somebody can buy access to it, start live streaming, and in ScareTheater's case, absolutely get the account terminated. Which unfortunately happens because YouTube detects these live streams and says, they're scams, let's get rid of this account. Now, luckily, as I was filming this video, I talked to ScareTheater, and literally in the middle of our call, his account got reinstated. Let's see if I'll find other streams that are literally MicroStrategy.
Oh, wait, it says my channel's back.
It's back?
Okay, but it says there are no videos, though. I'm still called MicroStrategy. I have to change all that real quick, but it is back.
You do. Yeah, see, there we go. All right.
But will the videos come back eventually?
The videos should be back. They're probably no, they're unlisted videos, so they'll.
Oh, they're just unlisted. Okay, I
Yeah,
just have
they're
to
unlisted videos. Yours is back.
Holy shit! Oh my god, I feel so much better.
So again, good ending on this one. But I want to reiterate, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that get their accounts stolen, especially at the early growth of their channel, where they might actually click on that shady sponsor message. They might accidentally download the weird piece of software to edit their videos that may not be trustworthy. And then they get their account stolen, they get hacked, and their entire YouTube journey ends right there. And because they're so small, they may not have the recourse to fight with YouTube on it. They may not win. While YouTube does a lot to make sure the situation doesn't happen, to fix as much as they can, it's not perfect and it never can be. But to protect yourself, you need to take every advantage you can. If you are using the same browser, log out as much as you can from YouTube. Take the extra 5 minutes of inconvenience to log into YouTube as a blessing, because the moment you log out, clear your cookies, clear your history, the more invalidated the sessions can become. I've talked to plenty of creators from different platforms, and this all happens across the board. Whether you'd be on YouTube, whether you're on Twitch, whether you're on your email account or your PayPal or whatever, because of session hijacking being such a absolutely amazing form of hack, unfortunately, it's existed for decades and it works. You need to take the extra step and protect your browser cookies. You need to make sure your logins are protected. Because the moment you get compromised, the amount of stress and paranoia builds up, obviously. But yeah, I wanted to make this video to really talk about why this happens, how to avoid it, and generally because I've seen this going on for years and it needs to stop. It really needs to end. And unfortunately, the only way that it can end is by educating the audience and by teaching other creators to take care of themselves on this massive platform that we have. That said though, hope you learned something, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like it if you dislike it. I am